All right, here's our high-speed honey extraction, not extrication, nerd fireman. Extraction setup. Cheap Chinese frame spinner that's done a good job for us the last 3 times we got honey. It works pretty well. A little gate here, a metal sieve. We had a plastic one before this and it was terrible. They suck. You can't get wax or anything out of them. Metal's good. Food safe bucket with a gate here. High-speed towel to catch anything I spill that may or may not have been liberated from the Paris Hotel in Las Vegas in the early 2000s. Another food safe bucket with this high-speed little device here that you put the frames into and then shave them using our just plain Jane serrated knife. We don't have one of the heated ones or anything. And then a scraper for when some of the cells are lower and you want to uncap them. All right, so here's a pretty cool frame. It's tough to tell because it looks a little like shadows, but you can see over here that the honey is very light. That stuff's going to be super clear when it comes out. But this up here is super dark. It's tough to tell what's what. Oh, there's a little bit where I damaged it getting it out. But you can see some of that. Let me see if I can get closer. Some of that is lighter and some of that is darker. Really cool. And then this other side is super light. I'm excited about that. Hopefully this is as rewarding to watch as it is to do. Oh, I just damaged that. Look at that. This side is not quite as thick. I'm gonna have to scrape it a little bit. I'm sure there's a technique that I'm doing incorrectly here. So, if either one of you have tips, I will gladly take them. Because as you saw when I was experimenting with getting these frames out of the hive, I clearly don't know everything about this whole beekeeping situation yet. Alright. Look at that. Look how cool that is. The 2 different colored honeys. Now I'm going to take my sticky fingers and grab you. Then we just drop it in there. And then once I get 3 of them, we spin it. If anyone knows what our bees got into to make this almost black, just super dark honey in north central Texas, let me know. I'm super interested. It's really beautiful. All right, here we go. So I usually start them off at a low speed like this, let it go for a minute or 2, and then speed it up. There's one frame in there that's significantly lighter than the other 2, so it's going to wobble. So I may do both sides at the low speed and then spin it up. But hopefully you can see the honey splattering out on the sides and then it starts to run down. Alright, let's switch these directions. Obviously the honey only goes to the outside. And it's definitely not fully extracted, but in an effort to try and equalize the weights of these frames. 2 really full ones. Whew. Well, I just lost my hat. Well, I just went up and threw those boxes in, and I count 13 or 14 stingers just in the camera, and mostly, oh shoot, these, holy cow. They're clearly pheromones around here. All right, just went up and put those boxes back on and came back to the house to take the suit off, took the hood off, and all of a sudden bees were all over me. So clearly I am covered in pheromones. There's like 14 stingers in the camera, and the camera's mostly hard plastic, just the little gaps and rubber. And so anyway, they definitely don't like the camera, and they didn't like me. I think that's mostly because I forgot it rained this morning, but I had to get those boxes back on because I'm leaving town for that funeral. So anyway, I'm gonna see if I can sneak inside without getting a bunch of bees in the house and go finish jarring up the honey. Hope you have a good day. Bye. All right, real quick. That is spring of 23, spring of 24, fall of 24, which is kind of like a hazy brown. And this is the one we just did. It's like a crazy amber, and it's so dark you can't see through it, but it is clear. I mean, it's not hazy. Pretty neat. I like seeing the difference year to year. The wax needs to drain still, and probably going to get about another gallon out of it, but right now we're at just over 4 gallons. I know that honey isn't measured in gallons, but that's how I measure it. I got about 4 gallons of honey out of the 2 super boxes. So, not bad. 19 frames. Hope you have a great day.